Hey, Queen, how are you? Well, this week I thought I would stop by and do it just a tad bit different than I normally do. I'm typically sharing by voice note, but this morning I thought that the word and the topic for today was fitting and appropriate for what we're going to talk about. And so, as we continue to navigate being open and what does that look like in this season, I am going to let's talk about E, and that is expectation. Learn to expect, yes, the unexpected. Learn to expect with a video the unexpected, right? You were expecting a voice note, but no. Today you get a video because it is definitely fitting. When you have expectation, you have a strong belief that something will happen. You don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but you know that it's going to happen. It's just like waiting at the bus stop. Even though the bus stop has a time to be there, for some reason it's running late. But you don't go back home because you said, you know what? I am going to stay here. I don't know what time it's coming, but I know that it's going to show up. And so I need to be here so that when it comes, I don't miss it. That's a word in itself. Be where you're supposed to be so that when it shows up, you don't miss what God has for you. So anyway, we're going to continue to unpack this. And so remember we talked about in Habakkuk where he resolved with the understanding that, you know what, God, I don't like what the Babylonians are doing to the people of Judah, but I understand that there is something bigger at work. I had to, one, change my opinion, O, and my mindset, and then P, my posture. I had to look at this different. I had to respond to this differently. And so today we're going to do expectation. What is your expectation? Are you sitting in expectation of what God is wanting to do? And so with expectation, that's what Habakkuk did. In chapter 2, where it talks about, he says, you know what? I'm going to sit still and I'm going to watch. I am going to watch to see what you're going to say. He didn't say, I'm going to watch and hopefully you'll say something and maybe you'll say something. He said, I am going to watch to see what he is going to say. And on last week, I started to break down with you the scripture of Psalms 46:10. And it says, be still and know that I am God. And so I talked about what does being still look like. And so what I want to talk about today is what and know look like. When you know something, you are no longer doubting. You have faith that it's going to happen, and you don't seek a second opinion. We do that, don't we, ladies? We go seeking second opinions, not so much to hear the truth, but to hear what we want to hear sometimes. So stop seeking those second opinions. It does us no good. So when you know something, you have no longer a need to go seeking a second opinion because you know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. And that's what happened in Habakkuk's situation. He postured himself to hear from God, to understand that, hey, it's working. It's not looking the way I want it to, but I know that you cause all things to work for my good. So, Queen, remember how I shared with you about my aunt's situation? I didn't know. I resolved with the fact that it wasn't going to happen by way of me. But so what happened was I had to resolve with understanding that he already had a plan set up. I had to know without a shadow of a doubt that it was going to still happen, but it just wasn't going to happen the way I thought it should have happened or was going to happen, right? I planned, replanned, overplanned, I did it all, and it still did not happen. And that was because I had to finally resolve with the fact that the Father has a plan for this. He has another way of allowing it to happen. He had another way allowing it to work out for my good, and that's what he did. So, Queen, as we continue to navigate this season of being open, I need you now to set an expectation of knowing that he's going to speak, he's going to show you how to do it, he's going to give you the vision on how to do it. Now we just got to be quiet, posture ourselves so that we can hear it. So that we can hear. So that will require us to settle ourselves, to stop doubting, to get some reassurance. Stop seeking second opinions. Just know that He's already at work on your behalf. All right, Queen, you enjoy your day.